Cheesy dialogue, subpar action, and a lackluster plot? Looks like we have our first dud on our hands. Hey everybody, Alex here for Nerdy Inc. coming at you with a review of Iron Fist. Marvel and Netflix team up to bring us the story of Danny Rand, a martial arts master who fights against an unethical corporation that works with a Japanese crime syndicate dealing in drugs and more martial arts. It's a story that takes itself way too seriously, which of course makes it all the more entertaining for us. All jokes aside, the show is not a complete disaster. The problem is that it just doesn't do anything well enough to compete with the other Defenders. Daredevil has great action, Jessica Jones has a strong story and topical themes, and Luke Cage has an artistic style all its own. Iron Fist's action, story, and style all pale in comparison to its predecessors. Layer in some clunky dialogue and some unintentionally hilarious lines and you've got yourself a bit of a mess. Poor dialogue is perhaps the worst crime this show commits. A lot of criticism has been directed at Finn Jones and his portrayal of the character, but I'll stick up for him. It's hard to give a compelling performance when the material you're reading is unnatural and uncompelling. Likewise, fights are uninteresting because of the way they're shot. There's no clever camera work or editing going on. You're just looking at a master of two characters endlessly whacking one another. Contrast this with the famous Daredevil hallway fight and you'll see how strategic camera placement and motion will make a long-take fight all the more enjoyable. There's very little action or character work to get us from episode to episode, and when scenes are as comically predictable as these ones, it's hard to find a reason to keep watching. There are cliches galore and dozens of facepalm moments to keep you from getting invested in any part of the show. Like I said, it's not a disaster, it's just so painfully mediocre that it's hard to find a reason to keep watching. It does the bare minimum to qualify as, a real show, but it doesn't even come close to clearing the bar set by Daredevil Season 1 and Jessica Jones. If this show is any indication of the character's Netflix quality, your best hope for Iron Fist is to have him team up with a certain buddy down the line for a detective series. And those are our thoughts on Iron Fist. Do you have thoughts of your own? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, for more games, comics, movies, and more, keep it right here on Nerdy Inc.